Welcome back to the channel. Family, this is Coach Jay coming at you once again. Thank you for tuning in. I trust above all things that you're prospering, that you're in great health, even as your soul prospers. Now, family, in the last video, we were talking about this couple. They were making $23.50 an hour each, and they were just going to invest basically half their income into their 401k plan, which the most that you can put in for the year of 2025, if you're under the age of 50, is $23,500. And that's exactly what they focused in on. They were only going to do this for 15 years. After that, they were going to do some other things, maybe later on buy a house. But they would earmark this money to be laser focused to know that once they get this $1.2 million in there after this compound with 10% compound growth on it, at 40 years old, they can just let that money sit and run until they're 60 years old. That's $8 million by the time they're at the age of 60. Or else, if they wait until they're 65, it's $13 million. Yeah, that's how that money runs. Once again, you cannot save your way to wealth. You're not going to save yourself. You're not going to save enough to be able to get financial freedom because the interest rates are not good enough. You got to get that money invested. And I've just been using simple plans of the 401k plan, the TSP, the Roth IRA, the 403b, the 457s, and all of that. I haven't even been using real estate. Even though you can use real estate as well. And some people, that's their game plan. But I'm just talking about basic stuff that normal people can do without being a lot of money, because that money is systematically coming out of your paycheck. It's just systematic. You set it and forget it. You go and set it up with your plans administrator and making sure that, hey, if you got a company match, you can factor that in. So instead of you doing, if you want to do 10% overall, you can do 6%, let the company do 40%. You got to find out what your company is matching you, because that's free money. Do not leave any money on the table. Okay, because trust me, they can write off that money that they giving you, as we say, free money. It's really nothing free. They can write that money off for business expense and all of that. So don't think that they're just doing you a favor. All right, you just keep working on your job, but you keep using that money, every little benefit that you can. Go ahead and max it out. So we were talking about this couple, just $23.50 an hour. Now we know that they're going to get a pay raise, but we're going to make sure that every month they're putting in $1,583.33 every month systematically. And they know that once they get to the end of the year, that 15-year mark, somewhere around 1.2, or maybe it may be higher, maybe a little lower, just depending on how the market is doing. And then they let that money ride for the next 20 to 25 years. At 20 years, 10% compound growth, we know it's 8 million. If they let it sit for the next 25 years until the age of 65, they know that they have about 13 million or maybe even more. Now, family, this is wealth building. That you got to be together with one accord.